après-midi, good afternoon, bienvenue au 2015 Coupe Canada by Michael Mocon here for the 2015 Canada Cup. Team Quebec White against Team Manitoba. We saw Manitoba play the other day. A big game for them against a very young but very good Team Quebec roster.
Yeah, it should be a great match today. This is the second Team Quebec team, a little bit younger than their blue counterparts, but it should be a lot of fun. Some great athletes on both sides. Should be a close match.
Bienvenue à tout le monde qui voit le match sur Go TV en TVGO.ca, Quebec, the site of the 2015 Canada Cup. Manitoba in their blacks with gold trim, Quebec in their whites with white trim, and we are underway here in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. And away comes Quebec up to the 30, to the 35, cutting over to the 36-yard line, and that is where Team Quebec will start, led by quarterback for Team Quebec, number 15, Philippe Charpentier from the Ottawa Myers Riders.
Yeah, we'll see if Team Quebec here can move the ball against Manitoba. They had a little bit of a difficult time in their opening match against Ontario.
Charpentier was 3 of 14 for 34 yards, 1 INT. But we'll see what he can do. One guy to look out for is number 24, Yannick Massé, who had 7 carries for 48 yards in the loss to Ontario, the defending gold medal champions. First and 10 for Charpentier. 3 to his right. Handoff up the gut, open and up to the 42-yard line. His tackle is Yannick Massé.
Yeah, good job there on first down to get a nice 5-yard gain, make a very manageable 2nd and 5. Good job securing the ball with both hands.
It'll be second down coming up here. Second and 5 coming up here for Team Quebec. Charpentier has 3 to his right, 2 to the backside. Handoff again, up to the gut, and a good tackle. Great defensive stop by the Manitoba defense. Once again, showing their prowess, led by Michael Tillett with the big tackle.
Yeah, Michael Tillett sticking his nose right in there, stuffing the second down carry for just a gain of 1 yard. Quebec is going to have to punt an early 2-and-out.
So 1 yard gain. It'll be a punt with 10:44 left here in the first quarter. Game 2 of 4, the early afternoon session game. Don't forget, we'll have the 4 o'clock game with Team Ontario against Team Alberta, then the nightcap, Team Quebec Blue against Team Saskatchewan. First punt of the game for Vincent Blanchard. Good kick from Blanchard. High bounce, going to go up to the 26-yard line, back up to the 30, and great gang tackling by Team Quebec as they are off to a ready start with their special teams. Josh Naransky with the return for Team Manitoba, and Manitoba will come on the game now with their quarterback, Bryson McNeil, who will start for Team Manitoba.
Yeah, Bryson McNeil will look to get the ball going here. Look for him to hook up with number 5, Liam Grace. He was a favorite target of his in their opening game on Monday.
Liam Grace, the middle slot to the left of McNeil. McNeil has 3 to his left. Handoff, up the gut, going with a gorgeous run. Good return, good run by number 32, Trevor Wright.
Trevor Wright hit the hole there pretty hard. Coming through, a nice gain. That's what you're looking for on first down. Love to be able to hand the ball off, gain 8 yards. Very, very manageable 2nd and 2 now to go.
2nd and 2 coming up here, right with the first touch of the game for Team Manitoba, playing a very young Team Quebec roster. McNeil under center. They've used this quite often here. 4 to his right. Handoff again. A good run, a fumble, loose ball. Who has it? Quebec does. Away they go. To the 30, 35, 20. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Quebec. Touchdown by Louis-Philippe Leclerc to make it 6-0 for Team Quebec.
Boy, the Quebec offense stumbled a little bit with a 2-and-out right out of the gate. Trevor Wright hits the hole hard, but he's met by the Quebec defense. Ball comes flying out. They swarm to the ball, pick it up for the great scoop and score to open up the scoring of this game.
Louis-Philippe Leclerc with the touchdown for Team Quebec, and they're up 6-0. A very early lead for the team in white, and they are going to go for the extra point coming up here to make it a potential 7-0 lead, but great start for the defense for Team Quebec.
Yeah, you can't ask for much more from the defense here. I believe it was Point Levy, maybe, who got his helmet in there and knocked the ball loose. They're able to scoop and score, put the first points on the board. Manitoba will look to regroup, get the ball back here, sustain something more on offense coming up.
So the kick is up and good. So 7-0 lead here, Team Québec. Quelle défense pour Québec pour mettre le fumble, puis le cœur masser le fumble pour the 6 points. How important is that, though, for the defense of Quebec to play well, given the fact that last game against Team Ontario, Devontae Stanley ran for over 200 yards against that run defense?
Yeah, that's a great confidence booster on the opening defensive drive. It was Neil Cote who forced the fumble out of the hands of Trevor Wright, recovered by LP Leclerc. He took it all the way back to the house. That is just the way you want to start. They have confidence in their run defense. It was a very tough task against Ontario in that opening match. They'll look to make some noise here on their second game here Thursday in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu.
Kickoff coming from the left hash mark for Team Quebec. They will kick off the ball, and Vincent Blanchard will kick that ball off, as Manitoba will look to respond after a fumble by Manitoba, recovered by Quebec for an easy touchdown. And here comes Manitoba to the 10, 15, come up to the 20, and they'll get to the ball to the 21-yard line. That is where Bryce McNeil will reconvene and hopefully be able to move the ball a little bit much better with more security here in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu.
A great kick there by Blanchard. He put that all the way to about the goal line. Quebec coverage team swarms, makes a tackle around the 20. That is exactly what you want from your kickoff team. Manitoba will have a long field here now, going the other way.
3 receivers to McNeil's right, lone receiver to the back end. Blitz from Quebec, handoff again, away comes Trevor Wright, and Wright will get tackled right away by Neil Cote, who had 7.5 tackles for Team Quebec in a loss to Ontario.
Yeah, Neil Cote forcing that fumble, gets right in there, making the tackle on first down. I really like the call by Manitoba OC, though, getting the ball right back into Trevor Wright's hands. He is one of their star players. You got to show you have confidence in him. After the fumble, give him the ball right away.
Ryan Johnson, the inside slot to McNeil's right. Trevor Wright in the backfield. Hand off again to right to the left side. Right now to the 30, to the 32. Gain tackle, flag on the play coming up. And it could be enough for a first down. It should be enough for a first down, pending the call in this game.
Another good rushing play there by Manitoba. Wright slicing and dicing his way through for a gain of 5. It is enough for the first. We'll see what the penalty call is, though. We have a holding call on the offense. They'll move it back 10 and redo second down.
So it'll be second and long coming up for Manitoba. Right now, Quebec's defense has played very well. Let's see if they can hold serve and force a tune-out potentially for the team in blue. So second and 13.
3 straight running plays to start the game for Manitoba. We'll see if they're forced to go through the air here on second and long.
McNeil has 3 to his left. McNeil looking left, waiting, going over the middle, over the head, picked off. Away goes Quebec to the 25, 20. Flag on the play, hurling over to the 10, and tackled. Nope, keep it on his feet, still going to the 5, cutting through. Will he get to the end zone? And that is a great pick by Max Lavallee. And back-to-back turnovers pending the penalty. But right now Quebec is off to an fuego-like start.
Boy, Max Lavallee not only making the pick, but taking it back, making guys miss all the way down to the 1-yard line. We'll see McNeil settle in the pocket. Looked like he had a receiver open around the middle. He did, but he just overthrew it. Lavallee, the safety, able to make the catch. Then looked like an athlete, making guys miss all the way down to the 1-yard line. Real nice play by the Quebec defense.
We'll see what the call is from the officials. 7:58 left here in the first quarter. Quebec off to a 7-0 lead, and their offense has not even stepped foot onto the field officially.
Yeah, this flag came after the interception, I believe. They might bring the return back a little bit, but the change of possession should stand.
It appears there's 2 penalties going against Team Quebec, 1 against Manitoba. We'll get the official call in mere moments.
Quebec's defense is now running off the field. So they seem to think the interception will stand.
So this will be their second series coming up here for Team Quebec. And they're up 7-0. So we'll see what they do now in this ensuing drive. We'll see what the call is and who will get the better of the field positioning in this sequence.
The officials are here having a little bit of a conference with both the captain from the Manitoba and Quebec teams.
We have 2 flags on the play. After the interception, we have an illegal block, Manitoba, unnecessary roughness, blocking from the rear, Quebec. That differential will be 5 yards from point ball dead, Quebec ball, first down.
So Quebec ball, at the end of the day, that's what they want the most, and we'll see how this plays out for Team Quebec on this sequence. 7:58 left here in this first quarter, Bobby.
A little bit bizarre, Manitoba getting called for an illegal block after the interception, even though they become the defensive team. Anyways, Quebec gets the ball just around the 20-yard line, called the 19 going in. They'll look to add to their lead here in the early going.
One guy to look out for is J.H. Charvalon, and now a little flex over here. 4 receivers to the right, handoff again. Going up to the gut and be tackled for a couple yards here is number 22, Maxime Garot. Garot had 4 carries for 9 yards in the loss to Ontario, but he gets his first touch for a few yards on that play.
Yeah, good play on first down. Good movement up front by the big boys' offensive line.
Burley and Williams on the tackle for Team Manitoba.
We have Pepin, Milhomme, Charbonneau, Vandel, and Lavoie on the offensive line for Quebec. Always like to give those guys some credit. They're the workhorses in the trenches.
Charpentier has 3 to his right, 1 to the backside. Only 1 running back in the backfield. Play action, rolling out now. Has time, looking, avoids 1 rush. Now to the 10. Charpentier will force himself out at the 6, if not 7-yard line, and it will be very close to a first down, if not more, and it should be a first down coming up here, and it is indeed a first down for Quebec.
Yeah, great play call there, great execution. They ran a play action on the quick toss. Fooled everyone. Charpentier is able to roll out to his right. Didn't like anything downfield, so he tucked it and carried for about 8-9 yards, good enough for the first down. They'll have first and goal here from the 5-yard line.
First and goal from the 5-yard line coming up for Quebec. In the backfield is William Marchand. Now he flexes out. Charpentier, handoff, going to the left side. Great defensive stand by Brody Williams as it was brought down. Maxime Garot, who was brought down on the play.
Yeah, Brody Williams at linebacker and Josh Diamond in the D-line combined there to make the tackle for no gain. That's a big play. Always like to get a good stop on first down. Pressure now onto Quebec to try and punch it in. 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and goal coming up here for Team Quebec, looking to punch it in once more to go up by 2 scores early in this first quarter, game number 2. Timeout call by Manitoba here. Alors, après les premières 6 minutes ici à Saint-Jean, Québec joue très bien sur la défense, mais avec l'enfance, c'est un mélange de les courir et des passes aussi.
Oui, et ça c'est un jeu très important. C'est un bon ton d'arrêt pour Manitoba. Il veut être sûr qu'il a leur meilleure défense sur ce jeu-là. Ça pourrait être un moment important dans le match si Québec est capable de faire un autre touché ici.
Alors, 7-0 pour Québec contre Manitoba ici en Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, au Cégep Saint-Jean. By Michael Moncan ici, de 2015, Coupe Canada.
Yeah, this will be an important play. We're still in the very early goings. If Quebec can bang this in, They'll take a very early 14-0 lead. That hurts to go down 14-0 in the early goings. If they can force a field goal try here, it'll be a small victory for Manitoba. They'll look to go ahead and score some points of their own.
Garel still in the backfield. Charpentier has 3 to his right. Pulling away, open, touchdown. Big catch, big play, and Quebec goes up 13-0 in this game.
Yeah, just a nice, easy zone read play there. Fullback leaking out into the flats. Let's check this out as Charpentier zone read fools the D end. We have a little Sally boot under coming into the flats, wide open, uncovered. Everyone playing the run heavy. Easy touchdown, 14 Quebec. Pending the extra point here, they'll go ahead 14-0. Less than 6 minutes into the game here in the first quarter.
And they do go up 14-0 early, halfway through the first quarter. 14-0 lead for Team Quebec White against Manitoba. Manitoba shell-shocked right now, and the fact that they have been hit with 2 quick touchdowns, one off the turnover and the other off of great plays. 2 off turnovers, pardon me, that resulted in great plays for Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec making good use of their playbook here so far. Play action a couple times, zone read. Nice to see them get that touchdown through the air. Fullback leaking out on that play action, leaking out into the flat for an easy, quick 6 points. Manitoba's going to have to muster up a comeback here if they want to. They want to make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Quebec set to kick off the ball here for Manitoba. Right now, set to return the football for Team Manitoba.
Would like to see Manitoba respond here, show that they're not just going to roll over, let Quebec walk all over them. Quebec defense is ready to get back on the field. 2 turnovers already for them.
And we're underway here. Back in. A gorgeous kick into the end zone. 2 yards in. Away comes Manitoba to the 5, to the 10. Manitoba trying to cut through to the 15. Good tackle and good coverage by Quebec. Manitoba will begin from the 16-yard line of their territory.
Another real good kick by Blanchard. He kicks it across the field all the way to the corner. Kicked that one even inside the Manitoba goal line. This time they pin Manitoba inside the 20. Real good job by Quebec special teams.
Josh Witchell with the return, and here comes Manitoba on their 3rd series. So far it has been a nightmare start for Bryson McNeil in this offense.
Yeah, Bryson McNeil's a good player. He's got to settle down, make use of Trevor Wright, who also has an early fumble. Let's see if they can do something here.
3 receivers to the left, hand off to the aforementioned Wright. Wright goes up to the gut, flag on the play, still going on right now, and he will be tackled at the 26-yard line. Flag coming up, we'll see what the call is for or against Manitoba.
Yeah, Trevor Wright's a little bumblebee out of the backfield there. Moves the legs real quick, makes guys miss, doesn't go down easy. He's definitely a player to watch in this game.
And it appears, we'll see what the call is from the referee right now, but it appears this ball is going back.
Holding. Manitoba. Back half the distance. First down repeat.
It seems like Manitoba is stuck in reverse right now, Bobby.
Yeah, something to watch for. You know, typically a stronger team will get a lot of penalties called for them. They do have a strong defensive line, Quebec does. Maybe Manitoba is having a little bit their hands full to start this game. That's second holding penalty they've had in the early goings.
Yeah, second and long, first and long coming up here for Manitoba. McNeil rolling to his right. Going in and intended for Trevor Wright, and it's going to be incomplete here. So right now, Manitoba cannot muster anything on offense with the run or pass.
Yeah, that was trying to develop a screenplay there on 1st and 20. On the screen, you want to invite pressure in, but the pressure was too strong that Bryson McNeil wasn't able to get an accurate throw off to hit Trevor Wright, who looked to have some green running room if he was able to catch it.
Second and long coming up here for McNeil's offense. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the backside on the short end of the field. Ryan Johnson on the short side. Hand off to right. Right going to the left side. Right trying to cut through back against the grain, and he'll be tackled for about a 4, if not 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and a punt. Now, do you give up the 2 points and play the field position or kick the ball outright?
I think you give up the 2 points here. You're already down 14 in the early on. Give up the 2 points. Give Quebec a long field coming forward. Hope your defense is able to make a stop.
And from the looks of it, looking at the wind direction right now, the wind is slightly going against Manitoba's faces right now, so they could give up the 2 points to avoid giving up.
Yeah, even more reason maybe to just concede the 2. The ball is inside the 15-yard line. Punter will be in his own end zone if he gets this ball off.
Austin Johnson is about 1 yard deep in his end zone. 3rd and 15 coming up here, and Johnson will indeed give up the 2. So it is a very fast 16-0 lead here with 4:54 left in the first quarter. Bobby Michaelberg Mocon here, the 2015 Canada Cup in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu on the Cégep of Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Right now the weather as we speak is 20 degrees, but it is a very brisk 20 degrees, unlike Monday's game, which was a very hot and humid day, which ended up being like 35 degrees on field level, which was extremely hot for the players and coaches.
Yeah, Quebec is excited to come out here and show that they're a pretty good team themselves. They had a tough opponent in their first round matchup, weren't able to really execute the way they thought they were capable. They come out to a blazing start here, already 16-0, and they've got the ball right now, starting on their own 35 here.
So the 1st and 10 from the left hash mark at the 35-yard line. Charpentier has 4 receivers to his right, 1 in the backfield. Charpentier looking, going deep, he's got a man. Going through, incomplete, intended for Antoine Dansereau, and it's 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Charpentier trying to air it out there. His receiver down the boundary line. That's good coverage by Chase Ellingson, DB from Swan River, Manitoba. He plays for the Swan River Tigers. He was with the Quebec receiver every step of the way.
Ellingson playing as a cornerback right now, and the keeper to look out for is Galata Gourmou, who had a solid game for Manitoba, along with Jalen Burley along the D-line. A 3-by-2 look formation for Charpentier. Looking left now, short pass through the hands of Dansereau, and it'll be 3rd and 10 coming up here in a punt for Team Quebec. A flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is against, pending the call for against Quebec.
Yeah, Dansereau Leclerc ran a quick hook pattern there. He just sort of came back to his right while Charpentier threw to his left. A little too difficult to make that catch. Looks like penalty against Manitoba. They might move the chains here.
They will indeed move the chains. So it'll be a 1st down coming up for Team Quebec, and they'll stay on the field.
Unnecessary roughness. Manitoba up 15 yards. 1st down.
Boy, Mo, how many times did we see unnecessary roughness cause a 1st down in our game this morning?
It's a staple amongst these teams at this tournament. It appears with the UR call.
We see one here in the early goings of this game. Just difficult to swallow after you make that stop. Force a 2 and out. Have a penalty go against you for a 1st down.
4 receivers to Charpentier's right. Dansereau, the lone side receiver in the backside. Here is Charpentier. Going deep, he's got a man open, over the head, intended for number 21, Marc-André Jerome, and it'll be a 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, the aforementioned Chase Ellingson got a little fortunate there. He saw Dansereau cross the formation, kept his eyes on him too long as the running back leaked out on the wheel. Charpentier not able to hit that route. They'll go 2nd and 10.
Marc-Arthur Jerome had 3 carries for 21 yards in the loss to Ontario. Now he's getting his first reaction here. 2nd and 10 for Team Quebec, just at the 50-yard line of their own territory. 3 receivers to Charpentier's. No, he's not in the system now. It is now Guillaume Renaud. Renaud, quick pass through the hands, intended for number 3, William Marchand, as Guillaume Renaud gets his first action at quarterback, his first pass. He's 0 for 1. And speaking of Renaud, he was 3 for 3 in the loss to Ontario.
Well, Manitoba very fortunate that their UR penalty doesn't come back to bite them. They force another 3rd down. They're ready to get the ball back and try and move the chains on offense.
Josh Naransky out there for Team Manitoba, set to return the ball along with Shea Weeks as well. So Weeks and Naransky there. Naransky gets a fumble, loose ball at the 26-yard line, and he will recover it, thankfully for Manitoba's sake, and that is where Manitoba will begin on their next drive.
Bryson McNeil's got to be chomping at the bit to get back on the field. He has not completed a pass yet. Has already thrown an interception today. Trevor Wright, I'm sure as well, looking to carry the ball some more. He's got 4 for 18 in the early goings. Does have that fumble though, which went back for a touchdown on the first drive of the game.
1st and 10 for Manitoba. 3 minutes left into this first quarter. McNeil has 3 receivers to his left. The lone receiver behind him is Ryan Johnson as the ISO on the right. Right in the backfield. Handoff again to Wright, going on the left side, cutting through upfield, and he will barge his way through for a few yards, and will be tackled just shy of the 26, if not 27-yard line.
The Quebec defensive front there, Thériault and Couture especially, doing a great job of rallying to the ball, skating down that line of scrimmage, stuffing the run on the left side.
2nd down coming up. It'll be 2nd and about 5, not 6. McNeil trying to put together a good drive as they're down 16-0 to Team Quebec. A 3-by-2 formation look. McNeil rolling to his left, winning, going. He's got a man through the hands, incomplete, almost picked off as it went through the hands of Liam Grace, and it'll be a 3rd down coming up for Manitoba. And a flag on the play once again.
Yeah, this is holding against Manitoba. I think Quebec will decline this as it'll be 3rd and 10. No need to give the offense another chance.
Holding, Manitoba. That penalty is declined. For example,
And again, it's been a sloppy affair for Team Manitoba. They have not gotten off to a good start with the run or pass game and have been pushed back because of penalties they've incurred on themselves.
Yeah, not Manitoba's day to this point. A measly 5 passing yards in their first 4 possessions.
A high kick, and I'm saying a high kick beyond belief, and the whistle is blowing. But not the best kick either, as Jacob Salve was trying to wait for the ball, but he never got anywhere close to that punt. It was a really high kick that went for, I think, 10 or 12 net.
Yeah, you'll see the referees blow that down sometimes because that can be a dangerous play. You have guys looking straight up in the air at that ball. You don't want to see anyone get hurt, so they'll blow it down. It's a dead ball at the 45-yard line. Quebec, great field position to try and get into the end zone one more time here in the first quarter.
It appears Guillaume Reynaud is now in at quarterback, back in for the 2nd consecutive series. We'll see if they do a little switch with their quarterbacks. 4 receivers to Renault's left. Renault, draw play. Going up, and a good tackle as number 21, Marc-Arthur Jerome, was tackled for a minimal gain by the Manitoba front 4.
We got 2nd down here for Quebec after no gain.
And Philippe Charpentier still in at quarterback now for Team Quebec. So Charpentier still in quarterback. He's got 3 receivers now to his left, 2 to the backside, and they go back to Jean-Nic Massé as the running back for this sequence. Looking, quick pass, caught by Dansereau to the 40. Dansereau now to the 35, galloping his way up to the 30, and he'll have enough for a 1st down and more.
Dansereau, a real good receiver for the Quebec team. He plays the boundary side wideout.
As we tell by the replay, great vision by him though, Bobby.
He catches it, yeah, very nice vision. He catches this quick screen. A couple offensive linemen get out there to make some blocks. He takes it into the interior. Real nice play, lowers his head to get an extra couple at the end of that play. Look for him to be active for the rest of this game. He's a great receiver for Quebec.
Charpentier has a 2-by-2 look now with the tight end formation coming up here on this sequence. Charpentier going deep, looking, got a man open, Dansereau, touchdown! Gorgeous catch by Antoine Dansereau, and it's now 22-0 for Team Quebec.
You can call me the prophet. Dansereau going deep that time on the fade. Real nice throw by Charpentier. Anytime you can complete a go pattern like that, it's very impressive. It's a lot of fun. Coverage wasn't too bad, but the throw was just perfect. Laid it out for him right on the outside. Nice extension on the catch by Dansereau.
A gorgeous catch by Antoine Dansereau to make it a 22-0, pending the extra point, and this could definitely be 23, and it is. With 2.6 seconds left here, Manitoba shell shock Quebec off to a fast start as they look to have this game go their way and potentially be in the 5th place game come Sunday morning.
You know, I was just about to say that despite the score being what it was, Quebec offense hadn't really shown much to this point. One of the touchdowns coming via a fumble recovery. The other one, an interception, bringing it all the way down to the 15. But Quebec showing that they can ball. A couple good plays there, highlighted by Dansereau's 30-yard touchdown catch on the fade route. All Quebec here in the first quarter. That's their 3rd touchdown of the day.
3rd touchdown of the day. We'll see what they can do now, Team Manitoba. If they can get something going with the return game, because right now they have not done anything with their offense or on defense to make a stop of the Quebec offense as we speak.
Just 2:06 here left, 2.6 seconds left in the first quarter. This return will be the last play.
And Vincent Blanchard, another good kick. A yard in the end zone, now to the 5. Coming up to the 15, and a great tackle, flag on the play coming up here. And it's still going on, so they cannot end off the quarter on the penalty. We'll see what the call is. But right now, Quebec is really, really having their way with Manitoba.
Yeah, good athletic return there by Keenan Onyebuchi. Another great kick, as you said, Mo, from Blanchard, all the way into the Manitoba end zone. Good aggressive coverage by Quebec here. Onyebuchi able to shake that tackle. I don't know how he did it. And then Quebec swarms to take him down. They'll start another drive inside their own 20.
So with no time left on the clock, and a penalty that was thrown literally from the far end umpire in terms of where the play action was, we'll see what the call is. And it appears Manitoba will go to the other end of the field. Alors, après le premier quart ici, 23-0 pour Québec contre Manitoba. Unité spéciale, l'unité de défense puis l'unité d'offense jouent très bien de 3 niveaux. C'est le même niveau pour l'équipe Québec.
Comme vous dites, Mo, un match dominé par Québec, dont les 3 niveaux de la jeu, unité spéciale, l'attaque et le défensive. 2 turnovers par Manitoba, un sur le sol et un par l'air. Après ça, des gros jeux de Charpentier à Dansereau, un quick screen pour 15 verges et après ça, le toucher, un passe de 30 verges. C'est 3 scores par le Québec dans le premier quart. Un pointage de 23-0.
Il reste une jeu dans les quarts. 23-0 pour Québec contre Manitoba. Puis les Pazons de Québec sont pas contents avec les derniers joueurs dans le premier quart. But it is life that it is with that.
Well, we can't end the quarter with a penalty on the defense, so we will in fact give the Manitoba offense 1 play here.
Quebec right now firing on all cylinders with their play up till now, and they have definitely been the hammer to this nail that Manitoba is as we speak. McNeil has a 2-by-2 look. For tight formation coming up here. Here's right triangle right. Goes up to the 10, try and bounce it out. Another flag coming up here. And this might prolong this by another play, depending on what the call is, if it's for or against Manitoba.
Yeah, Manitoba just not able to get anything going here. 8 total yards of offense so far. 21 yards on the ground. No completions yet for Bryson McNeil.
Here's the call from the head referee.
We got a good musical interlude here.
Holding, Manitoba. Back half the distance. We'll repeat first down, 1 play remaining in the quarter.
And again, the fans giving it to the referees right now. It seems like the first quarter will never, ever end with the way this is going.
I wasn't aware that the quarter should extend with an offensive penalty, even defensive penalty for that matter.
Well, McNeil is 2 yards in his end zone. Blitz from Quebec. Hand off to right. Right going left. Try and cut through, and he'll get a couple yards on the play. Still moving his legs. Great job by Manitoba's offensive line to push the pile up. So that will end the first quarter. Alors, le premier quart, c'est fini. Les trois niveaux, offense, défense, puis Union spéciale joue très bien. Qu'est-ce que Manitoba va faire dans le deuxième quart avec l'attaque?
Ouais, finalement, le premier quart vient de finir. Manitoba, c'est difficile à dire. Il faut qu'il trouve quelque chose qui marche. Trevor Wright est un très bon porteur, mais la défense de Québec est égale à essayer de lui arrêter. 5 portées pour 21 verges pour Trevor Wright. Bryson McNeil, avec pas de lancer capté à ce point-là, 0 en 3 avec une interception. L'histoire de ce match est vraiment le défensif de Québec. L'attaque a bien fait, 69 verges totales, mais c'est une interception et un fumble recouvert par la défense de Québec qui donne un avantage à eux dans le premier quart.
Retour de match maintenant. It is 23-0 for Quebec over Manitoba. Start of the second quarter right now here in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu at the Cégep Saint-Jean. Saint-Jean about a 25-30-minute drive from downtown Montreal on a comfortable 20-degree afternoon on a Thursday as we gear up for games number 3 and 4 this afternoon into the evening, and of course the medal round on Sunday morning into the night. Second down here for Manitoba. Naransky, the wide out to the left of McNeil. McNeil looking, waiting. He's got time. Throwing it. Liam Gracie, intended receiver, incomplete. Penalty once again being thrown out there as Max Lavallee was in the area for Team Quebec.
Yeah, we have a flag down. The Quebec defense really stealing the show so far here in this game. On the first 2 drives of the game, a fumble recovery for a touchdown and an interception return down to the 1. Manitoba has mustered just 14 yards of total offense against this stout Quebec defense.
And that will now prolong the drive.
Quebec, 15 yards, point ball dead, first down.
Quebec offense has been efficient when they've had the ball. 69 yards of total offense. Most of that through the air. Charpentier to his favorite target, Dansereau. He has 2 for 45 and a touchdown.
First and 10 now for McNeil. He has 3 receivers to his right, 2 to the backside, with Naransky being the backside wideout. And offside coming up here against Quebec, and Quebec a bit anxious to time their snap with the ball.
Yeah, that'll be encroachment. I believe that was a middle linebacker trying to time it up, get across, but he jumped a little too early. Xavier Ouellet jumping the snap count there. Manitoba will have first and 5.
Well, that had 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and it was a good stout player against a very, very good Ontario run game on Monday. Same formation as before, 3-by-2 look, 3 to McNeil's right. 4 down linemen for Team Quebec. McNeil, handoff, up the gut, they're going to the 35, passing out to the 40, keeping his legs moving, and a great run for Team Manitoba. Number 32, Trevor Wright once again with a run for Team Manitoba.
Nice job there. Manitoba runs a little off-tackle look to the right. They're able to chug through. Trevor Wright untouched until the second level. Gain of 11, and they move the chains.
Officially, it's just second first down, but in terms of production, this is the first real first down of the game for them. McNeil has 3 receivers to his left. Right still in the backfield. Hand off the right, going to the left, trying to get around the first wave of defense. Great tackle by Team Quebec, and a great job by the attack of number 16 for Team Quebec.
Real nice job by 16 there to shoot the gap. They tried to run to the left B gap there. Quebec was up to the task. That's a gain of just 1. Nice low tackle off the legs.
1 yard gain for Team Manitoba. Right still in the backfield. Blitz from Quebec. Right, McNeil looking, going. He's got a deep player intent for Johnson out of bounds. And it'll be 3rd down coming up here for Manitoba in a punt situation.
Bryson McNeil still without the completion in this game. Quebec forces a 3rd down.
So it'll be a 3rd down coming up here from the 42-yard line of Team Manitoba. They'll punt that ball with no wind. The wind has died down dramatically since the first game between Team New Brunswick and Team Nova Scotia. Austin Johnson set to punt the ball away, and the lone returner for Team Quebec is Jacob Salvaille, who is waiting at the 38-yard line. Johnson, gorgeous kick, a high kick, hang time. Salvaille backing up to his 23. Away he goes to the 25, makes one guy miss to the 35, to the 40, 45, 50, and he'll be forced out of bounds by a flag on the play, and 2 flags on the play coming up. We'll see who this will go against.
Yeah, Salvaille with some neat running there, weaving in and out. You always have a risk of a good return after a nice, long, booming kick like that. There is a flag down, however, and this one might come back.
If you have number 167 or 205 on your admission stub, come and see us at the announcer's table.
So we'll see what the flags are for or against Quebec, and it appears it will go against Quebec, both penalties, so they will move them back even more. So Quebec will get the ball back, up 23-0, 9:15 left here in this first half.
Yeah, Quebec really in the driver's seat here. You have the luxury to really take your time, be methodical, put the ball on the ground, put the ball in the air, work the different aspects of your playbook.
That one is declined. Up 10 yards, or sorry, back 10 yards. Point ball
The 10-yard penalty, though, does back them up into their own end a little bit.
9:15 left here. Quebec, as Bobby made the point before, in control of this game as we approach 9:10, 9 minutes left here in this first half. Yannick Massé, the lone back. Charpentier. Handoff. Keeping it, no, it's going to be kept, and it's going to be a sack and a forced throw, loose ball, as Guillaume Renaud could not get the ball away, but a great job by number 55, Jalen Burley, who's had a fantastic game for Manitoba.
Yeah, sharp. We have great pressure by the Manitoba defense here. Charpentier doing whatever he can to stay alive. Throws it away. That might be grounding against them. Great pressure by Jalen Burley. D-line from Winnipeg.
Quebec. Point ball dead. Second
It is indeed grounding.
down. Second down.
The down will count. And it'll be a loss of 10 more.
So Burley having a great tournament so far, had a fantastic game against Alberta in a losing cause, and showing why he could be a tournament all-star when it's all said and done. Renaud still in at quarterback, number 14 for Team Quebec. He's got 3 receivers to his left. Massé in the backfield. Draw play. Massé will get it up, and he'll be tackled by Brody Williams. And that will make it a 2nd and long coming up here for Team Quebec.
Yeah, real nice to see Manitoba defense stepping up a little bit. They haven't really had much opportunity to be on the field, and when they have, Quebec has had a very short field. So Manitoba's had a really tough task. Manitoba's offense that is not helping out their own defense to this point in the game. With Quebec backed up, Manitoba's showing that they can play.
So third down, indeed. They will do the third down situation now coming up here for Team Quebec. You wonder, will they give up 2 points to win the field position battle?
You got to think Quebec will give up 2 points here. They have a comfortable lead right now. Give up the 2, prevent anything more serious from happening. I expect them to give up the 2 points for sure.
So we'll see what they do. If they will give up 2, which it looks like will be the case. If not, and the win now picking up even more. And they will punt the ball away. Good kick. Naransky looking. He's got to the 40. Naransky trying to get to the 35, and he'll be forced out of bounds. He'll be body slammed. And that is what Manitoba will begin from the 37-yard line of Team Quebec's territory. The best position of the day.
Nice suplex tackle there by the Quebec coverage unit. Yeah, this is the risk you run. Even with a good kick and decent coverage, Manitoba will get the ball on the Quebec 40. I suppose they do have confidence in their defense, though, and no reason not to. They've been excellent to this point. They believe they can keep Manitoba off the board.
First and 10 coming up here for Bryson McNeil. Right
Quebec
now, whistle called.
Quebec calls a timeout there.
Timeout, Quebec.
So Quebec does indeed call a timeout. They'll take a quick breather here. Bobby Michaelberg, Mo Khan, 22-0 lead for Team Quebec. Some key players for Team Quebec. Dansereau, 2 catches, 45 yards, 1 TD. Meanwhile, for Champagne, 3 of 7 for 50 yards. For Manitoba, though, not the best start for Bryce McNeil, 0 for 4 with 1 INT. But Trevor Wright, 8 carries, 39 yards. Do you think they'll carry on with that ball movement of the run game?
Yeah, they should. Trevor Wright's been good. Aside from that fumble early on, he is a very dynamic player, that's for sure. Bryson McNeil is going to have to find his arm, though. There is no way they have a chance of winning this game if they don't complete any passes, that's for sure. Quebec had only 10 players in the field. That's why they called the timeout. Good play by their veteran middle linebacker to do so.
Well, remember, New Brunswick had 11 in the last game. 10's even worse than 11.
10's given up.
Potentially speaking, yes, it is. Yes.
Especially on the defensive side.
We're back into live action. 3 receivers, McNeil's left. McNeil, quick play, up ahead now to the 38, 39, 35. Big hit. What a hit by number 33, Xavier Ouellette, on Joshua Weichel. And Weichel is slow to get up, as is Ouellette, but a big hit and a big play.
Yeah, nice play design there by Manitoba. We'll see on the replay that McNeil actually flicks it. He'll get his first completion of the day. We got a bit of a turntable tackle. Ouellette is getting attention here by the therapist.
And also, there was a flag on the play, so to add insult to injury, Quebec will be pushed back a little bit more by the Manitoba offense with that penalty going against them. And Ouellette comes off on his own power, but right now for Manitoba, they are knocking on the door of potentially putting up points against Quebec. We're looking for the 7-point variety to cut this lead down a little bit as they're down 23-0.
Yeah, it's a big penalty, 15 big yards there. Manitoba knocking on the door, as you say.
Quebec up 15 yards.
I'll channel a little bit of John Madden in here. We got first down. Manitoba is either going to run or they're going to pass.
Maddenism here at the 2015 Canada Cup. 3-by-2 look here. 3 receivers to McNeil's right. McNeil, handoff. Try and bounce it out is Wright. Wright gets hit by 3 blue shirts, still going right now, and he'll get tackled at the 10-yard line. Trevor Wright really doing a yeoman-like work of the ball carrying for Manitoba.
Yeah, Trevor Wright showing why he's Manitoba's main guy. Making a couple guys miss. They had him touched at the line of scrimmage. He's still able to take that for a strong 7. John Madden's got to be one of the classic guys out there. Great sound bites from John Madden. That's one of my favorites.
Approaching less than 7 left in the first half. Wright still in the backfield. 3 receivers to McNeil's left. Flag on the play. Wright
Offsides,
gets stopped.
Manitoba.
Good stop, good play by the Quebec front 4. Pending the penalty call, we'll see who this goes against. Dylan Cote with the tackle for Team Quebec.
Yeah, this was offsides of Manitoba. Quebec might decline this. as Manitoba definitely did not get enough for the first. If it's enough, if it's less than a yard to go, they might accept it and push him back, force a 2nd and 8. The official is signaling that it is not a first down.
So they will.
That penalty is declined. Brings up.
3rd down coming up here. So what do you do for Manitoba? Do you go for it or you go for the points?
You know,
Offside correction. Manitoba brings up 3rd down.
I'm not a head coach. They don't pay me the big bucks. This is a difficult decision right here. You never want to give away points, although they are in a 23-0 hole. They're going to go for it. Not a bad decision.
Big play coming up for Manitoba. This could be a game changer for the team in black and gold. 4 receivers now to McNeil's right. Empty backfield coming up here. McNeil looking, waiting, going over the middle. Open man, touchdown.
We have a flag down. Good job by Bryson McNeil. His 2nd completion of the day goes for a touchdown for the moment.
And it would be Liam Grace who would get the touchdown, pending the call.
Here we'll see quads to the right, as you mentioned. Bryson looking out to the right, comes back to the middle. Liam Grace on a little curl route, finds the soft zone in front of the safety. Boy, oh boy, Manitoba is going to have taken a holding penalty here. That's going to hurt, as they'll now have 15 yards to convert for their first down.
And Austin Johnson will come on now for Team Manitoba to potentially kick the field goal. We'll see what they will do, if they'll go for it or kick the 3-pointer if they can get it through the uprights.
Yeah, that Quebec defensive line really making their presence felt. They didn't make it to Bryson McNeil on that play, but it's because there was a hold somewhere. Touchdown will not count. Manitoba will try and kick this through.
Johnson from 28. The kick is up, blocked. Loose ball, it's a live ball. Johnson gets, Liam Grace gets to it first, so away he goes, and he'll be tackled. But it was a block kicked for Team Quebec.
Real interesting play there. Great block by Quebec.
So
Liam Grace does in fact recover it and try and go.
We'll see who got the big paw on the block here, but great job by Quebec special teams units.
Oh, real nice push up the middle there by Quebec.
So Quebec gets the ball back. Liam Grace could not get the ball any further than where he did at the 22-yard line. So it'll be Quebec ball going the other way with 6 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, since that ball did not cross the line of scrimmage, Manitoba could in fact advance it.
Blitz from Manitoba. Cut up the field is number 22, Maxime Garot. And at quarterback still is Guillaume Renault. So right now, Quebec using their depth to keep everyone fresh as we approach the latter part of the first half.
Yeah, they have the big lead here in the first half. 5 minutes and 35 seconds and counting to go. They can afford to get some of their reserves some work.
So 2nd down coming up here, 2nd and 8 for Team Quebec. Quebec in control of this game with 5:20 left here in the first half. Renault in at quarterback. He has a 3-by-2 look with 3 receivers to his left. Renault looking left, waiting, looking, going to throw deep in the corner. Through the hands, incomplete, intended for William Marchand. It will be a 3rd down coming up for Quebec in a punt situation as well.
Yeah, good decision there by Renault, but he has to keep that ball on the outside, keep it more to the sideline to give his receiver a better chance at coming down with that. Manitoba forces a 2-and-out in Renault's first drive. And the punting unit, which has been exceptional to this point, will get some more work.
So some more working deep for the special teams units for both sides. Naranci after for Manitoba is set to return the ball, number 81 for Team Manitoba.
Yeah, Naranci is a good athlete. Let's look for him to take this out wide, maybe get a big return, set Manitoba up on the next drive.
And don't forget the booming leg of Vincent Blanchard, and the wind now blowing from left to right here in Saint-Jean. Blanchard gets at the 5. Flag coming up. Good kick. Naransky going way back to the 40 now to the 36-yard line. Naransky to the 40, and he'll get tackled at the 38, if not 39-yard line. Flag on the play. We'll see what the call is.
Boy, what a kick by Blanchard. Line of scrimmage was all the way down at the 17.
Punters are people, too.
51-yard punt or so.
Yeah, very big punt.
Something similar to that on the net, as the return was very negligible.
You know, we see in Quebec CIS football how important special teams is. Boris Bidet, now with Montreal Alouettes, wasn't.
We have no flag on the play. They were short one player.
Everyone playing with one player less. But we talk about Boris Bidet, now the Alouettes kicker, who is a weapon for the Laval Rougier. University of Montreal has always had special kickers. McGill included in Concordia as well. It's so well to have that punter or kicker to really winning the field position battle.
Yeah, Canadian rules, just 3 downs. The special teams is really about a third of the game.
3 receivers now. To McNeil's right, play action. McNeil looking. Now forced out, flag on the play coming up. McNeil dumps it off. And through the hands intended for number 3, Joshua Weichel, and it'll be a penalty going against Manitoba.
I think we have another holding call here. Well, Phil Collins in the background.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we.
Yeah, this game doesn't have quite the pace that our game this morning had
With
between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia.
Manitoba. That penalty is declined. Second down.
Quebec will decline the holding penalty and force 2nd and 10.
It's been a choppy affair, this matchup. It seems like there's a penalty every second or third play of the series for each team here, and hopefully there'll be a better flow as we move along with 4:10 left here in the first half. 2 running backs in the backfield. McNeil's got 3 to the short side. Rolling to his left now, waiting, going deep. No one there but Max Lavalley intended. Great job for number 13, Ryan Johnson, as he was able to generate an pass interference from Quebec's defense.
Yeah, we'll see on the replay here. Quebec defender actually holds him during the route. They threw the flag for that. Then he gets another penalty called in on the PI as he came in and reached that hand before the ball got there. Manitoba will accept the PI, decline the hold. They'll take the result of the play.
And Justin Lavalley, number 7, who was playing center field for the safety position, initially was the closest one to the ball.
Quebec, more than 15 yards.
And was able to get there, however, a second too late, as they were able to get the defensive pass interference going for Manitoba.
Yeah, let's look to see Manitoba air it out a little more here with the big deficit.
Handoff, stopped by the Quebec front 4 as Weichel goes down, and it'll be a flag again coming up here.
This will be another hold, I believe.
And you can see Manitoba's offensive line getting frustrated with Team Quebec.
Yeah, that's 60, Bojan Tivanovic. Listed as a D lineman here, but looks like he's playing right tackle. Excuse me, that's 50, Matthew Koneski, the right tackle. He gets dinged for a holding call. Quebec with the tackle for a loss will decline. They'll go 2nd and 12.
Quebec trying to play the downs as opposed to the yards in the field position with a 23-0 lead here with 3:45 left in the first half. McNeil's got 4 receivers to his right. Blitz from Quebec. McNeil rolling to his right, looking, buying some time, waiting, going deep. Intended cut. Naransky is the intended receiver, incomplete. Flag on the play once again coming up. And here's a replay of the play that happened right now.
We'll see Bryson McNeil roll to his right. Manitoba playing 3 different levels on the sideline. The deep corner route a little bit underthrown. Too difficult for Manitoba to come up with a catch. Regardless, the penalty is against Manitoba.
Just feels like both offenses have been stuck in park. Here's a call from the head referee.
Unnecessary roughness. Blocking below the waist. Manitoba. We will roll it down. Back 15. Third down.
So a costly penalty for Manitoba, and right now they have not kept their composure as they've taken a boatload of penalties in this first half.
Yeah, the referee, the official crew has had their hands full today, that's for sure. This game and the one this morning. Double-digit penalties on both teams this morning. Here today, Manitoba already with 11, Quebec with 8.
Johnson from his 25, a high kick. Caught at the 42, now to the 45. Trying to get around is Jacob Salvay, but he cannot get any more than a couple yards on that return. It will be 3:14 left here in the first half. Quebec up 23-0 over Team Manitoba.
Good job by Salvay there to catch the ball in the air. Definitely looked like a Manitoba coverage team was inside the 5-yard bubble. I saw the referee reach for his flag, but he decided not to throw it.
It's
still good field position here for Quebec.
Yeah, it's become a force of habit now for these referees to throw a flag.
No yards is very commonly thrown here in the Canadian game.
1st and 10 for Team Quebec. In at quarterback is Renault. Handoff. Going up the gut to the 50. Over midfield now to the 50, to the 45, 40, 30, 25, 20. And forced out of bounds is Mark Arthur Jerome. And he gets a first down and a gorgeous run. The biggest play of the game for Jerome and Team Quebec.
What a great play by Jerome. He started left, cut it back at around the line of scrimmage down the right side. We'll see here. The gap opens up on the zone play to the left. Boom, one quick cut to the right, and he's off to the races. 50, 40, 30. Manitoba able finally to force him out at around the 15. That's the longest play of the game for either team there.
Mark Arthur Jerome, 3 carries, 21 yards. He has surpassed that on 1 carry alone. He's in the backfield with Guillaume Renault. Renault has 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the backside, which is Dansereau. Manitoba showing blitz. And they will indeed blitz. Here's Jerome going up the gut, and he'll be stopped for a minimal gain as Manitoba's front four trying to create something, led by number 77, Cody Braddock.
We have another late flag here. Figures to go against Manitoba, maybe another UR.
And by the clapping from Team Quebec, it appears it will indeed go against Team Manitoba.
Could it be possible to stop blowing the whistles in the stands, please?
Unfortunately, Manitoba getting a good, strong defensive play there from Baranik. Shooting themselves in the foot once again. If it is, in fact, a UR, it'll be another first down.
Unnecessary roughness. Manitoba. Ball will be placed on the 1-yard line.
I'd love to see the total penalties for the first half for Manitoba right now, Bobby. I think it's close to almost double digits, if not more, at this point here. Quebec now on the left of the goal line for Team Manitoba's end zone. You wonder if Mark Arthur Jerome will get the ball now to plunge over into the end zone.
Yeah, well, he's got them here on this drive. It would be nice to see him get the ball and try and punch it in.
Renault going into the end zone, to the corner. Dos Rose, the intended receiver. Great defensive play by Manitoba. And it goes the other way as Manitoba gets the INT from Keenan Onyebuchi, and a big play for Manitoba in the end zone.
What an athletic play by Onyebuchi. Here we see Renault. We got a flat go combination here. A little bit underthrown. Dansereau doing all he could. Onyebuchi getting position, making the catch with Dansereau all over his back.
Do you agree with that play call when you're so close to the end zone, going for the corner of the end zone?
Well, that is definitely not what you want to see, a turnover from the 5-yard line. I don't know if coaching staff thought Renault would throw the fade there. I think the primary target was the flat from the running back who leaked out of the backfield. Nevertheless, turnover, Manitoba ball.
All right, McNeil now back in. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the right side of him. McNeil. Quick toss up ahead, and a great defensive play and a great job by number 90, Dylan Cote, as he snuffed that out from Stein McIntosh.
That play going absolutely nowhere. We'll see that quick flip that we saw. Oh, here's the interception. Renault trying to get it to Doncereau on the fade.
And the highest point, Ayambuchi caught that.
Onyebuche catching it with his face mask.
We've done that all a few times in our life.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, it'll be second down and long coming up for Manitoba. McNeil has 4 receivers to his right. And speaking of right, Trevor Wright in the backfield for Manitoba. McNeil, 3-step drop, looking, waiting, going. He's got a man caught, dropped, intended for number 13, Ryan Johnson. It'll be third down coming up here for Team Manitoba.
Yeah, a few drop balls here for Manitoba. One on the Quebec side as well. You'd like to see those receivers squeeze it. He was in traffic, did look like a difficult catch, but you always want him to come down with it. Didn't look like they had the first down either way.
So it'll be third down, 2:03 left here in the first half. A very sloppy first half for Manitoba and a very frenetic first half in terms of the stop and go penalties that we've seen from both teams in this first half.
Yeah, I'm setting the over-under of penalties in the first half to 20 right now. If you haven't taken a look at the stat sheet yet, you can.
I have not.
Over or under here, Mo?
I would say it's a little bit under 20.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's over.
Johnson. Back out. And it was kneed down at by number 2 for Team Quebec, which of course is Jacob Salve, who got that return. So Quebec nonetheless will have great field position inside Manitoba territory. Now can they punch it in for points with 1:56 left? We'll find out.
Yeah, 1:56, plenty of time.
1:56 left here. Back in quarterback is Guillaume Renault. Renault has been playing quarterback since the late part of the first quarter.
I hope to see Jerome still in the backfield. He had a great drive on the previous
And indeed,
one.
he is still there. Number 21, Mark Arthur Jerome. And Jerome will get to it. He goes to the left side. He gets hit for a few yards, and now will be second down by Michael Tillett of Manitoba.
A good play on first down. Big boys of the offensive line on the left side getting some movement. Pepin, Milome, and Charbonneau, the center, creating some displacement. Jerome goes for a nice gain of 6 on first down. Quebec looking to convert.
Quebec looking to convert indeed. Marching down the field, 2nd and 3 coming up for Team Quebec. Manitoba now showing 7 guys along the line of scrimmage trying to force something. Handoff again, Jerome going up the gut, and he'll be close, if not a little bit short of a first down.
Yeah, Jerome won't quite get the first down here, I don't think. Referees do signal third. We're at the point in the field where wouldn't be crazy to see Quebec go for it. At the opponent 40. A little bit of no man's land, no big use to punt it here. And definitely too long of a field goal.
There's a slight breeze right now for the kick, so they will go for it on third down for Team Quebec, up 23 with 1:15 left here in the first half.
4 yards to go here for Quebec.
Guillaume Renault, handoff, going up the hole, free hole to the 30, tackle at the 26-yard line, pardon me, is number 22, Maxime Garot.
Yeah, Quebec needing only 2 or 3 yards there. That carry will go for more like 15.
So Quebec gambles, they get the first down with less than a minute left here in this first half.
Maybe 15 is a little bit much. This looks like 12. Still a great play on third down from the Quebec offense.
So Quebec marching along here with the clock now in motion. Garot's got 3 receivers to his right. Doncereau, the lone receiver to the back end. Keeps it himself. Shovel pass. Away goes Quebec to the 20, 15. Tackle at the 10-yard line. Great job by Team Quebec on the option read situation for Garot, for Renault.
Yeah, we'll see that one again here on the screen. Real athletic play by Renault. Just give the shovel pass and then try and get upfield and make a block. Good job on first down. That play goes for a solid 20.
So the two biggest plays back-to-back for Team Quebec on this drive here, as they're up 23 with 33 seconds left here. Timeout call by Team Quebec as they look to regroup and make sure they get the proper play in place, as they again are knocking on the door for potential points against Manitoba.
Yeah, 33 seconds left here on the clock. Plenty of time. That play was kept inbounds, so the clock was running. Quebec will stop it with their first of 2 timeouts. They'll regroup and get ready to go, looking for their 4th touchdown of the day.
Garon in the backfield along with Guillaume Renaud, the quarterback. Renaud has 3 receivers to his right. Handoff. Garreau going up, and he'll bulldoze his way up to the 5-yard line, and that is where Quebec will have the ball with 27.5 seconds left here in this first half.
Yeah, the big center, Charbonneau, clearing the way up the middle on that one.
Number 55 and number 57, Jalen Burley and Alexei Milanik.
Burley and Milanik on the tackles there up the middle.
So 4-yard gain for Garreau. We'll see what they have now. Garreau still in the backfield. Dancho, the lone receiver to the left of Renaud. Renaud looking right, waiting, going to the front of the end zone, through the hands, incomplete for Jacob Salvaille, and it will be a 3rd down coming up here, and extracurriculars between the two teams. And right now they have developed a little bit of a hate for each other.
Yeah, Salvaille trying to catch that with one hand. Onyebuche of Manitoba in the middle of that scrum.
So they'll go for the field goal attempt here. And Vincent Blanchard has had a fantastic day punting the ball. This will be his first real field goal attempt.
Here we see the pass from Renaud, a little bit out of the reach of Salvaille. Goes for it with one hand. Onyebuche sticking his helmet in just after the pass falls incomplete. No flags, everything is clean. They would have a few words for each other after the completion of that play.
And this could very well be the last play of the first half. 4.5 seconds left here. Blanchard will kick the field goal attempt from the 11-yard line on the left hash mark, which is a chip shot normally. And it is.
A good penetration by Manitoba there, but Blanchard able to get the kickoff in time. And the buzzer sounds here. I believe that is the last play of the first half.
Alors, après les premiers demi, c'est tout Québec, 26-0. Unité spatiale défense, l'offense joue très très bien. Qu'est-ce que Manitoba va faire dans le deuxième demi?
Oui, Manitoba encore n'a pas trouvé leur force à l'attaque. La défensive n'a pas trop mal joué. Ils étaient beaucoup punis par une attaque un peu faible. Il faut qu'ils trouvent leur force. Je pense que Trevor Wright est leur meilleur joueur. Il va falloir qu'il peut faire beaucoup plus de verges sur la course. Bryson McNeil aussi très capable à quart arrière, mais à ce point-là, il n'a pas trop fait. Québec, défensive spécialement, très bien joué.
Puis les meilleurs joueurs dans le premier demi, numéro 21, Marc Arthur Jaron. Les verges courir dans le premier demi pour Jones, 55 verges, 11 verges chaque courir. Incroyable.
Très bien match pour Québec. Un pointage de 23-0. On y va pour un pause. «
24-0 contre Manitoba. On retourne en quelques minutes. As it Quebec does, away they go to the 30, 35, 20. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Quebec. McNeil has 3 to his left. McNeil looking left, waiting, going over the middle, over the head, picked off. Away goes Quebec to the 30, 25, 20. Flag on the play, hurl it over to the 10, and tackled. Nope, keep it on his feet. Still going to the 5, cutting through. Will he get to the end zone? And that is a great pick by Max Ray to his right. Pulling away, open, touchdown. Big 3rd and 15 coming up here, and Johnson will indeed give up the 2. So it is a very fast look now with the tight end formation coming up here on this sequence. Chapate going deep, looking, got a man open, Dawson Rowe, touchdown.
Touchdown will not count. Manitoba will try and kick this through.
Johnson from 28. The kick is up, blocked. Loose ball, it's a live ball. Johnson gets, Liam Grace gets to it first, and away he goes, and he'll be tackled, but it was a block in the backfield. McNeil's got 3 to the short side. Rolling to his left now, waiting, going deep. No one there but Max Lavley intended. Great job for number 30. Renault going into the end zone, to the corner. Dawson Rose, the intended receiver. Great defensive play by Manitoba. Bienvenue, welcome back. Bon après-midi, good afternoon to the 2015 Canada Cup here in Saint Jean. So Richelieu, the game number 2 of 4 on this Thursday afternoon. At halftime, Quebec up 24-0 over Manitoba. In fact, the field goal was no good, and as a result, it was a situation at hand here that resulted in it being 24-0, then being it 26-0. Bobby, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, a first half thoroughly dominated by Team Quebec. Only 41 yards of total offense managed by Manitoba. 0 passing yards despite 2 completions by Bryson McNeil. Quebec defense really up to the task today. They have an interception return for a touchdown. A fumble recovery for a touchdown, as well as an interception return all the way down to the 5. The Manitoba offense has not been helping out the Manitoba defense. They haven't done a terrible job, led by Cody Baronick with 4.5 tackles today, 2 of them for a loss. Quebec, though, been very good, efficient with the ball on offense, extremely strong on defense, a great kicking game, good special teams, and that's why we have a 24-0 lead.
Well, as we gear up for the second half of this football game here, we'll see how this unfolds for Team Quebec. If they can put on more points here for Manitoba, they want to get back into this game, and we'll see if they can minimize penalties and start being more efficient with their offensive play calling in order to help them win this football game.
On aimerait dire un gros bonjour à tous nos partisans français qui sont ici pour regarder l'équipe de Québec avec cette diffusée en direct. Merci pour nous regarder et on vous souhaite un bon deuxième demi.
Quebec will be kicking from right to left. Vincent Blanchard had a fantastic first half punching the football. Let's see if that will carry over into the second half of this football game here in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Second half is now underway. High kick and brought to the 10, now to the 15, and over to the 20, 25. Coming over to the 20, and now 35, and a good gang tackle by the special teams units of Quebec, and that is where Manitoba will begin on this next drive, the opening drive of the second half. Keenan Onyebuchi with the return for Manitoba.
And Onyebuchi, a pretty good job there. Evaded a couple tacklers who didn't quite wrap up. He got an extra 10 yards after the initial contact there. Manitoba will start on their own 27, 28-yard line. One of their better returns, better starting positions of the day, Mo.
And as a result, a common theme, another penalty has been.
Another penalty, they'll advance that even more, and they'll in fact start at the 43. So very nice field position to start here. I offered Mo an over-under of 20 in the first half of penalties. The total count, he went with the under. Total count sits at 21 in the first half, and I will gladly take Mo's $5 on that bet.
McNeil has 3 receivers to his left. A little quick pass up ahead. Manitoba trying to get around the corner. They do to the 45, to the 50, and push out of bounds. Great job first play for Manitoba by Stein McIntosh.
And more flags on the field, Mo.
It's funny enough that it's a 12-minute quarter, but yet it felt like an actual first half of 15-minute quarters that we had with all the accumulation of penalties.
Yeah, each penalty, anytime there's a penalty thrown, the clock does stop. We've so far had 2 plays total here, the kickoff return and 1 play from scrimmage, and I've seen 3 flags been thrown. That will definitely prolong the game.
We'll see what the call is. Waiting for the official announcement for the head referee. And it's going against Manitoba once again. So right now, Manitoba not being able to do anything well on either side of the football. They get positive yards on offense, but they get canceled out because of a penalty along the way.
Yeah, both of these teams on the losing bracket. They both lost their initial games on Monday. Am I correct in saying that the winner of this game will go on to play for 5th place?
That is correct.
So there is still a lot on the line here. Losing
also
team.
for next year's seedings as well.
Next year's seedings is definitely important.
Unnecessary roughness. Face mask. Manitoba. Illegal block. Manitoba. accepted. Back 25 yards. First
We
down.
have a face mask and an illegal block, both of which can be accepted.
At this rate, Manitoba's yards accumulated through penalties could bring him back to Manitoba. By the way, they've been taking these penalties left, right, and center.
Yeah, and you mentioned the seeding, Mo. It is quite important. A fifth-place finish here this year will allow the opening game of next year to be played against a fourth-place team, which is a decent draw compared to seventh place, which will face the second-place team, which figures to be a Sask or an Ontario or an
Quebec.
Alberta or even Quebec white, Quebec blue.
McNeil, tight end formation. Dropping back, looking, pops. Now he's going to flush out of the pocket. Up to the 30. McNeil slides his way through. Another flag coming up here, and maybe a late hit on the quarterback. And that will add more yards to Manitoba's play.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a play in this game if there wasn't a flag thrown at some point. Looked like a late hit to me as well. So Manitoba lost a bunch on the first play. They'll gain 15 here, and I believe it comes with an automatic first.
And an injured Team Quebec player on the ground as well. So far in the first 45 seconds and change, a couple penalty flags thrown away. And it appears that is Raphael Fisset who's down on the ground for Team Quebec.
He's being attended to by trainers at the moment.
Fisset had 4 tackles in the loss to Ontario. The DB, who wears the
Unnecessary
number 5
roughness.
jersey.
Face mask. Quebec. Up 15 yards. Point ball dead. First down.
So add 15 to the total. Face mask on Team Quebec. And it'll be a first down for Team Manitoba. And hopefully there may not be a penalty in this next play.
I wouldn't bet on it. The referees showing in the second half that they're still not afraid to chuck the cloth when they believe it is appropriate.
Well, we'll see now. 11-12 left here in the second half of the opening quarter, the second half, third quarter, that is. Ryan Johnson, the extreme wide out to the right of McNeil. Yes, 3 to the right side, 2 to the back side. Right in the backfield for Manitoba. Quick toss and a great snuff out by Quebec. Great job by McIntosh to get away from the first wave of Quebec defenders, and he'll get destroyed practically by 3 blue shirts. And that will be second down coming up for Manitoba.
Yeah, that was Evan Gingers who broke through. Almost had a tackle for a 4-yard loss. I don't know how you miss him. That's a big boy right there. Can't imagine he's not supposed to be blocked. As you mentioned, Manitoba is able to evade that tackle, but they still go for a loss of 1.
McNeil has 2 in the backfield. Again, Ryan Johnson, the wide out to the right. McNeil, low snap, fumble, loose ball, and he's going to get rocked right now, and a sack for Quebec, the easiest of the day, as number 90, Dylan Cote, gets in for the sack.
Opportunistic Dylan Cote right there to pounce on McNeil. Here we'll see the low snap rolling along the turf. Excuse me, this is the play before the quick pass.
This time McIntosh.
To McIntosh, stuffed by that Quebec front 4.
The good news is there was no penalties the last 2 plays.
That's a positive, Mo. That's a great point.
Got to build on something here for this football game. Inside 10 minutes of the third quarter.
Always looking to the positives. That's why we love you.
Austin Johnson set to punt the ball away for Team Manitoba. Jacob Salve will be there to return it. He's at his 45, and again, a short punt, which means a quick whistle to avoid any unforced injuries. So that is where Quebec will begin, just at the 54-yard line of their territory. 9:46 left here in the third quarter of this game. The first half alone, Quebec was on its way. 2 turnovers resulted in points, and they did not look back, up by 24.
Yeah, that quick whistle prevents injuries and also prevents penalties, I suppose.
Absolutely, no doubt. So 3 plays in a row we've had.
Quebec also had the ball on the 5-yard line going in. Interception thrown by Renault. There's where points left on the board. This game could be even more lopsided.
Handoff, going around the corner over midfield. Great job up to the 50 into the Manitoba territory. And that should be enough for a first down. A great job by Quebec on the run play.
That was Joannick Mas on that handoff. The exterior boundary play. Good job to turn the corner. And once he did, he was able to get enough for the first down.
Dime with the tackle and Massé with the run. So 11-yard gain for Team Quebec, and they're now inside Manitoba territory, inside 9 minutes of this third quarter. Massé still in the backfield, a 3-by-2 formation. Massé still in the backfield, hasn't moved yet. He will get the ball now. Up the gut, away goes Massé, flagging the play. Stiff arming his way through to the 35, still on his legs. Massé still going, churning his way up to the 30, and he'll be tackled at the 32-yard line as he worked his way up the field. Jesse Zahados with the tackle for Manitoba.
What a stiff arm by Joannick Massé.
However, it's all for naught, a hold going against Quebec.
Here we'll see the zone read. The DN freezes on Renault, or is that Charpentier? Massé breaks up, stiff arm right to the face mask of the defender. Makes another guy miss, lowers the shoulder. Nice strong run by Massé. Unfortunately, it will be erased, as another offensive penalty will push Quebec back.
So Quebec has been pushed back, and we'll see how this unfolds now for Team Quebec, as they are now back at midfield with 8:39 left in this third quarter, up 24-0. And right now, it appears it is number 4 who's being helped off, Jacob Doucet-Brière, who's been helped off the football field, number 4 for Team Quebec. So we'll see what the totals are at the end of the third quarter of how many yards gained for Quebec, but right now Manitoba has to get back in this game with some sort of turnover along the way. Massé still in the backfield. Dropping back. Charpentier going to the corner. He's got a man open just over the hands of William Marchand, and it will be second down coming up.
Yeah, good idea there to try and get your receiver into space on the wide side of the field. Charpentier's got a big arm, just out of the reach of William Marchand.
Marchand had one catch for -1 on Monday against Ontario. So it will be second down coming up for Team Quebec at the literally lip of the midfield line.
Marchand has improved on his line today. He has 0 yards. I guess that's better than -1.
Absolutely. Massé in the backfield. Charpentier, quick pass out, caught by Dansereau. Over to the 50. Dansereau still on his feet. Now to the 45. Working his way up the field, and he'll get to the 38, if not 39-yard line. That should be enough for a first down, and it is very close.
Yeah, Dansereau is showing why he has amassed the most yards to this point in the game. They ran this play earlier in the first half. We'll check the replay here. Charpentier gives to Dansereau on the 3-step screen. Good blocking out in front by some offensive linemen. Very good feet, very good body control. It is very difficult to get Dansereau to tackle him to the turf.
They are closer now to the first down marker than before. They are now approximately 4 yards away, if not 5, give or take, from the first down marker. Let's see what they call. Charpentier. Handoff. Nope. Short pass. Blocked and caught by Charpentier. And it will be a catch. A throw, a catch, you name it. But a great job by the Manitoba front four to bat that ball down. However, for Quebec's sake, it is all for naught, as it will be a third down, a turnover on downs now for Quebec.
Great job by Jared Ott. Great job by Justin Kwiatkowski. They got into the backfield, deflected that pass. Here we'll see Charpentier on third down, going for it all. Pass deflected, catches his own pass, tries to gain it himself. Charpentier will get the completion there as well as the reception.
So Manitoba ball, McNeil has it back at the 45-yard line of their territory. Quebec in the 4 down lineman position. Rolling now is McNeil to his left, looking, going crossbody. Good catch. And that'll be very close to a first down. And it may have been Josh Naransky who caught that ball. We'll get the exact number.
Was that Tommy Semshishin?
Semshishin was the one who caught the ball, number 84 for Manitoba. And here's a replay of the catch.
Here we'll see McNeil roll to his left, full roll. Oh, off the play action. He'll make a good strong throw to Semshishin, deep on the sideline, who got hit right as he caught the ball. Very good job to hold on. Gain of 11, first down.
3 receivers to McNeil's right. He has right in the backfield. 2 to the short side. Handoff now to right, going out to the right side, trying to bounce it out, trying to get to the corner. He will not get to the corner. Great job by the Quebec defense as number 51 for Quebec, Evan Gingras, with the cleanup on the tackle.
Yeah, Sean Boucher was the initial man in there. Wright was able to spin off that tackle, but Gingras, as Mo mentioned, was able to clean up the mess. That'll be a big loss.
However, another penalty on the play. Here's a replay of the breakdown from the Manitoba offense.
Here you can see Boucher stretching him out. Wright just able to evade, but Gingras able to pursue and clean up the mess, as I mentioned before. Penalty will be accepted.
Unnecessary roughness, blocking from the rear. Manitoba, back 15 yards, point ball dead, brings up second down.
It is a dead ball foul.
So second down.
And the down will count.
Second down, and it's extremely long now for Manitoba. By the looks of the count that I have right now, it's about a 22-yarder, I think. Second and 22 come up here for Manitoba. Ryan Johnson, the wide out to the right. McNeil looking at Johnson's way. It's a tip ball out of bounds, as Ryan Johnson had no chance on that tip ball. As once again, Quebec's front four getting into the backfield and altering any throws from McNeil.
Yeah, it looked like Gingras, who was there putting the pressure again. Brought a hand up, might have deflected that ball. Well, Manitoba having trouble on offense again here in the second half. Putting yourself in second and 25 position definitely doesn't make it at all easier.
Doesn't indeed at all, as Jacob Salvet will wait for the punt at his 49, now 45-yard line. Meanwhile, Austin Johnson will be punting from his 19-yard line. Johnson almost had that block. High, choppy kick. Flag again. And Salvat will get to it, and he will get the ball just at the 45-yard line of Team Manitoba territory. But again, 2 flags on the ground.
Yeah, that should be a no yards. And then we also had another UR there well after the play was over.
3 flags, actually. There's one in the far end of the field next to the Quebec bench.
Yeah, official number 98 already threw his flag on no yards. He then perceived the UR, went to throw the flag again, didn't realize it was already gone. In that situation, Mo, he's supposed to throw his hat.
Yeah, throw your hat.
Well, Manitoba deciding they didn't quite take enough penalties in the first half. They're going to come out and get a few more here in the second.
And don't forget to give a shout out to Christine Manzo, who's listening right now or watching right now.
Go ahead, give it to her.
We just did.
Oh, we just did.
Yeah, we gave the shout out.
Big shout out.
Actually, is technically a colleague of mine at a different station that I work at.
Tell us about her.
Well, we work in the Steam and Media umbrella.
Of course.
So anyway, Christine Manzo, a huge football fan of Quebec football and football in general. So
we want to thank her for giving out the recordings that are being played here in the stadium today.
Those are some good recordings, by the way.
They're great, phenomenal. Great radio personality.
We could have been used, maybe. Anyway, thank you to Christine Manzo for her hard work and dedication to this, to the entire Quebec football community, for that matter. So,
big thank you, big shout out. Thanks for your hard work.
And again, right now, it's been a penalty fest game here. I think our last count at halftime was 22 penalties. I think we're approaching 30 as we speak.
Yeah, not only has the penalty yardage racked up, but the delay due to discussions and conversations on said penalties is accumulating as well.
So the referee has asked for the music to be cut off so they can discuss this with the coaches at hand here. But right now, at 24-0, it's very difficult for any coaches to really comprehend what's going on with their team, because the mental mistakes is what's costing any rhythm to be developed for either side of the football teams.
Yeah, no rhythm whatsoever for either offense now, just penalties not allowing that to happen. I wonder if they're discussing the possibility of running the clock here going forward.
It could very well be. I mean, I know the rule is you have to be up by 29 plus points for the clock to be running, regardless of what's happened at that situation here. We'll see what the call is if that is the case to be. Don't forget, 4 o'clock. Francis Mayer, and of course Max Van Hoot will have the big game, Ontario against Alberta at 4 o'clock.
We have 2 flags on the play. Prior to the kick, we have too many men. Quebec, that penalty has been accepted. No yards. Manitoba, we will balance them off at the original line of scrimmage, back third down, back 5 yards.
So we're going to re-kick, essentially. That's what the referee is going to tell you, that they will re-kick it again. Jacob Salvay will now be at his 50-yard line, and they'll re-kick the ball. Austin Johnson now will be at his 14, if not 15-yard line, set to kick off the ball or punt the ball again.
Another net against Manitoba on penalties here. I don't think they might not get this ball back to the original line of scrimmage.
Almost blocked. And it may have been blocked because that kick took a weird bounce. Salvay goes through his hands. He'll have to run back to get to it, and he will let that bounce through his legs. Loose ball. It's a live ball. Who has it? Flag on the play. Manitoba claims they have it, but we'll see if this will be a no yards or if this will be something else here. But right now, it's been a comedy of penalties for both teams.
Yeah, from what I saw, it shouldn't be a no yards call.
And here's the replay of the situation. Was this blocked? Let's see right now.
Yeah, he might have got a piece of that. The initial touch here by Salvay, it could have been number 8 there in the vicinity.
It went through him twice.
The official threw that ball very late. It is possible that Salvay never did in fact touch it. Then no yards would definitely be enforced.
And again, we've had probably more conversation, the actual gameplay this afternoon with the 1 o'clock game here. Don't forget, 4 o'clock, we have Team Ontario taking on Team Alberta. Then the nightcap, Quebec Blue against Team Saskatchewan in the 2 versus 3 matchup. That is the Final Four for the medal round coming up, which will be Sunday. Sunday will be the final day of competition here at the 2015 Canada Cup in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Bobby Michaelberg, Mo Khan here for the Manitoba-Quebec game. Quebec up 24-0.
Hey Mo, did you catch the MLB All-Star game last night?
I did not. That was 2 nights ago, actually.
2 nights ago, I'm sorry. How about the home run derby?
I did not.
You did not?
I was prepping for notes for this.
You're a busy man.
Manitoba, up 15 yards.
It is in fact no yards against Manitoba.
First down.
Quebec will retain the ball. Yeah, they put in a new format for the home run derby this year. In past years, you were allowed 10 outs. So 10
I heard about that, yes.
10 swings that did not result in a home run. This year, they changed the format to be a timed event.
Right.
It was quite exciting, actually. The hometown favorite, Todd Frazier, came away with the belt. It was a fun event.
$151 for the half and half draw.
Back to live action now. 3 receivers to Charpentier's left. Draw play going up the middle of the field. Another flag coming up here. Away goes Jerome. Up to the 30, now to the 25. He gets chopped down just shy of the 25-yard line. But Mark Arthur Jerome having a great day so far.
Yeah, Ellingson with the tackle in the end, finally. Jerome running strong. Looked like someone's helmet popped off. Of course, another flag here. This one might come back.
4 yards were gained. Holding.
It is holding against Quebec.
10 yards. Repeat first down.
Unfortunately, Jerome's effort goes for naught.
Both coaches will not be happy when they see the penalty totals at the end of the game. 4:49 left here in this third quarter. 24-0 lead for Team Quebec over Manitoba.
Hey Mo, I'll let you try and redeem yourself on our pass bet. Over under of 40 by the game's end. What do you say?
It's very close. I say it's over. Here is the handoff again, and stopped by the Manitoba defense, this time by number 52, Michael Tillett.
Mo takes the over. I'll take the under. I think eventually the Zebras are going to have to keep the mouchoir in the pocket. Just say, you know what, it's not worth it anymore to keep throwing. They're going to throw their arm out.
Max go with the run as well.
A YN.
So we second down coming up for Team Quebec. Second and extremely long for Team Quebec as we speak. Tight end formation for Team Quebec. Charpentier has 3 receivers to his left. Waiting, looking, stepping up, going to the sidelines, intended for Dansereau, incomplete. It'll be a third down coming up here for Team Quebec in a punt situation once again.
Yeah, we had the Trois Accords playing in the background there before. A favorite of mine, OYN, a French classic, playing here in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Nothing wrong with dancing to the music, huh, Mo?
Absolutely not.
Seems like we've had third and infinity in every drive this half so far. On the last drive, Manitoba, I think, had third and 40.
Right.
Here, Quebec has third and 19 or so. They'll punt the ball away.
Clock is running now. Marchand punting it from his 35. Manitoba has 2 returners. Good kick from Marchand. Back is Naranski. Coming up to the 23 now, 25, and he is tackled right away, gobbled up. Great job of the Quebec special teams unit, and they will give Manitoba minimal field gain in that punt return.
Yeah, Naranski here all the way from Thunder Bay, Ontario. He fielded that punt. Tried to bring it towards the boundary to make something happen, but great coverage by Quebec. They make the tackle after just a return of 2 or 3 yards.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for this Manitoba offense. McNeil has a 3-by-2 look. 3 receivers to his right. Liam Grace, the inside receiver. Right in the backfield. Looking, waiting, going over the middle, over the head. Intended for maybe Naranski. If not, it was for Shamishin. It'll be incomplete.
Yeah. Quarterback and receiver not on the same page on that one. That ball is fired. Actually, a Quebec defender was the closest player to it. They'll reload here, 2nd and 10.
The 2nd and 10 coming up here for Manitoba. Keeping with the base formation, 2-by-2 formation with the receivers. Quebec showing delayed blitz. Going deep is McNeil. Down the sidelines he goes. No one there for Manitoba, intended for a submission, and it will be a 3rd down for Manitoba, and again, Quebec will get the ball back.
Yeah, Manitoba going for it all there. Unfortunately for them, Quebec had it well covered. The boundary side corner, playing deep. Impossible to complete a go against that coverage.
Well, inside 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Bobby Michaelberg, Mo Khan here, and again, Quebec has scored 24 unanswered. Manitoba has not been able to generate anything on offense this afternoon. Austin Johnson from his 15. Better kick before. Salvay now at midfield. Now into Manitoba territory. Away he goes. He gets bumped by his own teammate. Flag on the play coming up. And we'll see who the call is for or against.
Another flag near here at the end of the play, or after the play, I should say. Just looking up some John Manning quotes here, Mo. Found a couple good ones. If you see a defense team with dirt and mud on their backs, they've had a bad day.
Unfortunately, there is no. It's a turf field, so there's no mud on anyone's back.
It's a turf field here today, so
there's no mud on anyone's backs. So this appears it's going against Quebec, and they're going to be inside Quebec territory. One of the very rare times Manitoba has been able to venture into the opposition territory of the afternoon.
On the play. Holding. Quebec. Unnecessary roughness. Quebec. Back 25 yards. Point ball dead. 1st down, Quebec.
All right, so Manitoba will have the ball at the 35-yard line, their best field position of the day against Team Quebec.
This one, Mo. I think comparisons are odious.
Huh. So Quebec will have this start, the worst field position as well. Draw play, Jerome, and he'll get swallowed up by Baranek. Big stop by the Manitoba behemoth.
Charpentier elects to give there. Baranek swallows up the Quebec running back. That's a tackle for a loss of 3. Neither offensive unit able to get anything at all going here in the third quarter, Mo.
Very, very slow moving offensive output from both teams here. Quebec trying to get something rolling as well.
Total offense has got to be in the negatives for both squads in this second half.
Hand off again. Massey makes one guy miss. Massey up the field, and he'll be stopped for maybe 3 yards at best. And that will bring up a third down. And the punt team will come on again for Quebec.
I credit Massey with the effort there. Escaped the tackle in the backfield. Was able to manage a 1 or 2 yard gain. But it'll be third down nonetheless with a long 11 or 12 to go.
And it will be third down indeed coming up here for Quebec with 1:20 left here in this third quarter.
Well, any flags on that possession?
No, thankfully not.
I don't believe so. Might be first one of the day.
Blanchard, good kick, high kick, forcing Manitoba to go all the way back to their 15. And away comes Manitoba. 1 miss, 2 miss, away they go. Up to the 40, 45, and tripped up at the 50-yard line. Great job by Weeks to get that ball back to the 50-yard line of their territory.
Real nice job by Shea Weeks, DB from St. Adolphe, Manitoba. He catches that ball, goes straight up the gut for a big return of 25-30 yards. Made the first guy miss and turned on the Jets.
McNeil still in at quarterback. He has 3 receivers to the short side, 2 to the wide side. Quebec playing with 4 down linemen again. Quick handoff. Bouncing out now. And a good stop by the Quebec defense. And again, they are swallowing up anything that comes their way. This time, though, Trevor Wright had nowhere to go for Manitoba.
A really good job by a Quebec defense there. That's a difficult play to defend. Quarterback will take 1 step to his left as if he's going to give the ball to the single back, and he'll give it on the counter to the wing back. Quebec equal to the task, swallowing him up at the line of scrimmage.
This should be the last play of the third quarter. And again, for Manitoba right now, they have to do something because time is literally running out on their chances for them to play in the 5th place game on Sunday afternoon. McNeil has 4 receivers to his right. Looking, waiting, he's flushed out now. He's going to throw over the middle, incomplete, intended for number 81, and that is none other than Josh Naransky. However, though, Quebec had great coverage on that play with Lavley playing center field for the safety position.
And that'll bring up another third down. The only positives here, Mo, is that there were no flags on that possession either.
Well, as a result, we're now in the fourth quarter. Bienvenue à tout le monde. Dans l'après-midi de le match de Québec contre Manitoba au Cégep Saint-Jean dans le 2015 Coupe Canada. Alors, le troisième quart, pas beaucoup de points, pas beaucoup de production, mais beaucoup de pénalités. Qu'est-ce que Manitoba va faire dans le 4e quart pour l'équipe pour marquer des points puis marquer des momentum?
Ouais, c'est une grosse bataille défensive ici dans le 3e quart. Manitoba, leur défensive, ils jouent très bien. Il faut finalement qu'ils trouvent un peu de production à l'attaque. C'est évident que le pass ne marche pas trop bien. Je pense peut-être qu'il faut juste donner le ballon à Trevor Wright, voir ce qu'il peut faire.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Austin Johnson now from his 35. High, choppy kick. Salvaille from his 35. Trying to find a hole to the 40. Salvaille will get tackled at the 43-yard line, and that is where Quebec will begin its opening drive of the fourth quarter. Quebec looking to punch their ticket to the 5th place game. And remember, next year this tournament will be in Manitoba, so there will not be 2 Quebec teams unless otherwise. So in reality, for these teams, as we made the point before, from Manitoba, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, you want to finish with a better seeding so you avoid potentially playing a powerhouse team in next year's tournament.
Yeah, Quebec figures to be very strong when they do only have to insert 1 team into this tournament. Both their teams are strong here even when they have to put in 2.
3 receivers to the left. Coming over now, short pass. Up ahead to Dansereau, makes 1 quick move with the feet up to the 50. Dansereau will get tackled at the 52-yard line. Fumble on the play. We'll see if that will be for or against Quebec. but a quick throw by Guillaume Renaud to Dansereau, but it is going to be Quebec ball.
Onyebuchi pleading his cause. It did look like Dansereau had not been down on the turf when that ball came out. An early whistle goes Dansereau's way. They'll call him down on the Quebec side of half. It'll be a first down.
Just at the lip of midfield. Quebec now trying to put this game out of reach from Manitoba. Renaud in at quarterback. Draw play. Great cut by Massé, and he'll get tackled at the 50-yard line, this time by Brody Williams.
Real nice juke move by Massé there at the line of scrimmage. That opened up some space, enabled him to go for 7 more. Second down, 3 to go.
Williams and Kiyokowski in on the tackle, and it'll be second and change coming up here for Quebec. Now over into Manitoba's territory for the first time in the fourth quarter.
Finally, a little bit of offensive output here. Fourth quarter might bring some more points.
Guillaume Renaud has Massey in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. Dansereau, the backside receiver, to his quick show pass, and Renaud will trip up and he will fumble it. However, he is down, and as a result, it will be an easy sack for Team Manitoba and for Tony Rossi.
Yeah, Tony Rossi will get credit for that one, as he was the closest man to the quarterback. Renaud, however, fell on his own. That's one that we credit the turf monster.
And you wonder, right, once it gets hot, sometimes the turf does get a little bit slick because of the ability for a field to get all that sweat accumulation, water accumulation from the night before. So you wonder if that will have a big impact in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you have to really stay focused on your technique, on your practice. Concentrate that much harder.
Blanchard set to punt the ball away from his 36-yard line. Manitoba has 2 returners back. A high, choppy kick going away, and Weeks will not get to it, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be marked off at the 39, if not 40-yard line of the Manitoba territory with a 9:47 left here in this fourth quarter. So right now, for Manitoba, their work is cut off for them, down by 24 if they can get back to this game.
A very defensive game, as we've mentioned to this point. Cody Baronick leading the way for Manitoba, 5.5 tackles, 3 of them for a loss. Josh Diamond with 3.5 of his own. Kwiatkowski, 3 tackles, and Studi, 3 tackles as well. On the Quebec side, Dylan Cote, 4 tackles, 1 of them a sack, 2 others for a loss. Neil Cote, 3.5 tackles, 1 of them for a loss. And Andriy Nikulich, 3 tackles of his own as well.
McNeil under center. Quick hitch out to Naransky, up to the 42, and he is rocked hard. Big hit and a big play by the Quebec defense as
Maxime Lavallee.
Max Lavallee had an INT in the first half, gets in on the tackle in the second half.
It seems as though the field goal block was credited to Vinci Bion. Good job by him busting through the middle there.
8:54 left in this fourth quarter.
It is Onyebuchi of Manitoba with the interception, as well as Lavallee, as Mo you just mentioned, with interception of his own in the first.
And again, McNeil under center. Fumble, loose ball, Quebec recovers. This time, Xavier Ouellet recovers the fumble, and it's going to be Quebec ball going the other way. However, Tommy Simishin was in that quarterback for Manitoba. And here's a replay of the situation. And Tommy Simishin wins in that quarterback, and as a result, it is now Quebec ball inside Manitoba territory at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, you got to figure that's the first snap that he's taken in a long time. Just not on the same page with the center. Ball comes squirting out. Quebec able to recover. They'll get great field position here in the fourth quarter.
Guillaume Renaud has 3 receivers to his left. Draw play. Up ahead is Jerome. Jerome's got space to work with. Now to the 35, to the 30. Makes one cut up to the 25. And he is tackled at the 24-yard line by Shea Weeks. Marc-Arthur Jerome had real estate to work with, and he used it to his advantage.
Yeah, Renault, quarterback Renault doing a great job holding on to that ball just long enough to influence the Manitoba defensive end. He does, in fact, give it to Jerome in the end. Jerome making some nice jukes to get downfield. He could be a player to watch next year in next year's tournament, Mo.
Well, remember, there's a lot of first-year guys on this Quebec team that will eventually make the move up to the, I guess, senior team of the Quebec U18 squad. Motion by Team Quebec. Draw play against Jerome. Jerome will get swallowed up this time, though, by two Manitoba players, and that's none other than Cody Baranek and number 51, Brody Williams.
A good response there by Manitoba after giving up the long run to Jerome. Couple players break through into the backfield to tackle Jerome for a loss.
Guillaume Renault gets the play and comes back into the huddle.
Baranek, as you mentioned, was one of the first ones in there.
And right now for Guillaume Renault, he is looking to add more points to this Quebec offense so far. 3 receivers to his left. Donchereau, the backside receiver to the wide end. Motion right now. Renault looking, facing pressure. Quick pass out to Donchereau. He's got real estate to work with. Blockers as well. Great move by him. Donchereau now to the 15, 10. Makes one cut to the 5. Diving in. No, he touchdown. Yes, it is. Touchdown, Donchereau, and he has had a fantastic game. It is now 30-0 for Team Quebec.
Donchereau, definitely the most explosive, dynamic player on this Quebec team. He catches another screen. The third time they've ran this quick screen to him on the day. Manitoba just not ready for it. Bunch of big boys from Quebec up front, making some good blocks. Donchereau able to make the final move, diving across for the touchdown. Great effort, Donchereau.
Took the referee a couple of seconds to figure it out, and a flag on the play on the extra point attempt here. The referee took a few seconds to make sure he had the right call, but Donchereau adds more to the tally for Team Quebec.
Antoine Donchereau Leclerc. That is his 5th catch of the day.
He may be the player of the game for Team Quebec.
Yeah, he's definitely the booth voted favorite at this point in time. That'll be Renault's first touchdown pass of the day as well. Credit him.
So the penalty will be applied on the kickoff, so Quebec will be kicking that ball off from the 35-yard line.
And with that catch, Donchereau has eclipsed the century mark. He now has 100 yards as well as 2 scores.
And the kick is good. So it is now 31-0, 6:29 left here in this 4th quarter.
Will we see the clock run at this point in time, Mo?
I believe we will be seeing the clock run now. Max and Francis will have the next 2 games on hand as Team Ontario, the defending champions, will take on Team Alberta, then followed by Team Quebec Blue against Team Saskatchewan, the nightcap for day 2 of competition here at the 2015 Canada Cup in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Bobby Michaelberg Mocon will be back on Sunday for the consolation games in the morning and, of course, in the afternoon.
I must say, I'm enjoying myself very much here with you, Mr. Mo Khan.
Appreciate it.
I'd like to give you a big thank you, but I would not be sorry to see the clock running here, I gotta say.
31-0 now for Quebec.
We have unnecessary roughness, hands to the face. Manitoba will be back 5 yards due to the previous penalty. Sorry, up 5 yards to the previous penalty. Kickoff.
So it went from initially being from the I lost track here, but it initially went from being originally the 45-yard marker to being on the 35, now back to the 50. So Quebec gained 5 yards off of that infraction from Manitoba. And I'm just quite certain that Manitoba will not have a fun day these next 2 days watching film, seeing the mistakes that they made, unforced errors, more or less.
The head official there signaled a kickoff with the first down motion. It's always fun to see when they trip up a little bit on their words.
It's a long day for them. Here is Blanchard. Gorgeous kick, and that's going to go at least 4 or 5 yards in the end zone. And Manitoba will bring it out to the 10, up to the 15. Still going his legs, flagging the play, and a tackle just in front of the Quebec bench, but a flag on the play, and that might be illegal block.
Yeah, it's going to be an illegal block on Manitoba. It'll bring it all the way back. What's your favorite referee blunder, Mr. Mokan?
There's one too many to look at. There's one too many to look at here. You can tweet us as well at Mokan19 at FCC 2015, the hashtag for the Canada Cup here in St. Jean sur Richelieu.
Tweet us at Mokan. Let us know your favorite referee blunder. Of course, you can't go wrong with the often used giving him the business.
That's true.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Manitoba will get the ball back. 5:40 left here. It is running clock as we speak. And they'll be moving that ball back even more than before. They had a great return on that kickoff. However, that ball is brought back to the 20-yard line on the site of the infraction. And don't forget, Francis and Max will have the 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock game calls as they're now in the bullpen warming up for their matchups.
We're pushing 2 hours and 20 minutes of run time for this game so far.
Manitoba, that has been declined. Back 10 yards. Point ball held at the foul. First down,
We have
Manitoba.
2 illegal blocks, is that correct, on
That's
Manitoba
correct,
on the
yes.
play? Only one of those can be accepted. They'll move it back from the spot of the foul. Manitoba starting with the ball on their own 10. Giving them the business.
3 receivers now to the left of Semerson, who's now in at quarterback. Handoff. And a tackle right away by the front 4 of the Quebec defensive front. And it'll be about a 4, if not 5-yard gain for Team Manitoba. So Semerson in at quarterback for Team Manitoba as they take out Bryson McNeil, who's had a difficult day and a difficult tournament overall trying to get in rhythm, and he's not been able to do so.
Yeah, McNeil 4 for 15 for a total of 10 yards. 1 interception. Of course, 3 of those were on those nifty little flick passes in the backfield. Sensation has completed a pass for 1 yard, it appears.
So Semerson, pardon me, will complete the game. He has 3 receivers to his left.
Semshishin, difficult name to pronounce.
Handoff, a bobble as well. 1 avoided the tackle by Wright, and he'll be swallowed up again by the Quebec Blue Squad. Keaton Corey actually in at running back for Team Manitoba. So they're bringing in the backups now to give the vets a little bit of rest before the Sunday game, which they will in all likelihood be playing against Nova Scotia for 7th and 8th place in this tournament.
Yeah, who would you say has been Manitoba's most productive player here on offense, Mo?
You know, I think Liam Grace has had his moments. Ryan Johnson has had his moments. Naranski's been pretty consistent, but I think Trevor Wright has been their bright light amidst the ashes.
Face mask. Back up 15 yards from point ball dead. First down.
So a face mask on Team Quebec, and Quebec will look forward to facing Nova Scotia, in the 5th place game. New Brunswick will play Manitoba in the 7th versus 8th place game on Sunday morning.
I'd say the Quebec defense has been Manitoba's most productive offensive player. I think most of their first downs are via the penalty against Quebec. They'll move the chains here from another penalty on the Quebec side.
So Nova Scotia likely to wait for Manitoba. Quebec will look forward to potentially being a top 5 team if they do upend Nova Scotia in the 5th versus 6th place game. New Brunswick, again, had a great finish. However, a little too short in the fact that they lost to Nova Scotia by 2 points.
Yeah, great effort in the second half by New Brunswick. Claw their way back from the 50-0 deficit.
And a big tackle on number 28, Keaton Corey, as he is swallowed up by 4 or 5 blue shirts here. So New Brunswick will be in the 7 versus 8 game. That'll be a lot of fun against Manitoba. And then, of course, they will have, more likely than not, Quebec against Nova Scotia in a 5 versus 6. Unfortunately for Nova Scotia, they'll do the rare feat of playing both Quebec teams in a span of 1 week. So they'll get their fair dose of
no easy task.
No easy task of playing one of the premier programs in Canada against Team Quebec.
Second and 11 coming up.
We're approaching 2 minutes left in this game. Submission now, first time in shotgun. Dropping back for the first pass, looking, waiting, going, blocked, and great defensive play by Quebec once again. This time, though,
Number 99.
number 99, Kyle Poulin with a big play.
Kyle Poulin almost makes that interception. Great job by Kyle Poulin. Once he sees he's not going to get to the quarterback, you get ready to get your hands up and try and deflect the pass. He does just that, almost is able to catch it for the interception. He'll settle for the pass breakup and force third down.
1:20 left here in this fourth quarter as Manitoba looking to run out the clock. Quebec looking to keep the shutout streak alive as Austin Johnson will punt that ball away and Salvay will have it potentially at the 50-yard line as he's awaiting for it from the 52-yard line. High snap. Salvay waves to it high. Kick.
What a kick.
Moving back now to the 36-yard line. Now here he goes to the 40. Getting up to the 45. Makes one cut to the 50. Away he goes over midfield. 50, 45, 40. Can he get to the corner? 30. Makes one move, flag on the play, and he'll be tackled. However,
that one was coming back.
There's a flag at the 41-yard line, and that might push them back here with 40 seconds left in this game. But a good special teams return kick by Team Quebec.
Yeah, really foolish play here by Team Quebec unit. We'll see an absolute booming punt here. He almost outkicked his coverage. Salval will start to his right, cut back to his left, and he's off to the races. We'll see the block in the back right here on 57. Actually didn't look to be too from behind to me, although it was definitely unnecessary as Savai had already passed him.
Don't forget, coming up next, Team Ontario will take on Team Alberta. The star player is Devontae Stanley. Stanley had a fantastic game, rushing for over 200 yards in the win over Team Quebec Whites.
Back 10 yards. First down.
Devontae Stanley, a fantastic player. He's a kid that will definitely be a highly sought-out recruit north and south of the border. And there you go. Quebec wins this game 31-0 over Manitoba. And they'll move on to the fifth-place game where they'll face Nova Scotia. New Brunswick will now face Manitoba in the 7 versus 8 game here. Bobby will quickly wrap up. Alors, les finales, c'est fini. Québec joue très, très bien dans les trois facettes de match. Unité spéciale, offense puis défense. C'est qui le meilleur joueur de match?
Meilleur joueur du match, pas de doute. Dans mon opinion, c'est Dansereau. Antoine Dansereau-Leclerc, 5 captés pour 100 verges et 2 touchés. Un très bon match aussi pour Jérôme. Il a 8 portées pour 67 verges, son longue de 50. Il avait un autre couple de portées très bonne qui a été appelé pour des pénalités qui n'ont pas compté. Mais certainement des bons matchs par le porteur Jérôme et le receveur Dansereau-Leclerc.
Alors, dimanche, c'est l'autre finale, la 5e place puis la 7e place dans le top 3. Québec a joué Nouveau-Écosse puis Nouveau-Brunswick joue Manitoba. Qu'est-ce que tu penses de deux matchs les prochains dimanches?
Oui, c'est ça. Ça va être des bons matchs. Comme vous dites, ça va être pour la 5e place et la 7e place, ce qui peut être très important pour le tournoi l'année prochaine. Alors, ça va être des matchs serrés, j'espère. Et ça, c'est tout ce qu'on peut demander.
Alors, les finales maintenant, 31-0 pour Québec. Maintenant, Québec va passer dans le match 5e ronde. Puis, Manitoba va jouer Nouveau-Brunswick dans le 7e rond. 10h matin, dimanche matin. Finally, we wrap up this right here. Great game early on. The 10 o'clock game with Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. And for this game, it was penalty field, penalty field, penalty field. When these teams look at the film tomorrow morning, they're going to have to give their players a real check. Hey, listen, play hard, but don't get into stupid penalties like you did today.
Yeah, Mo, I gave you a chance of redemption for double or nothing, over under 40. You went with the over.
Yeah.
You want to announce live on air here what the total was in the end, Mo?
How many penalties we had? 39.
18 on the side of Quebec for 205 yards. 21 on the side of Manitoba for 200 yards, making a total of 19. Mo Khan owes me dinner.
We'll put it on the Charles Sinot account, if anything.
Put it on the Charles-Antoine Sinot tab.
Maintenant, c'est le jour de match pour Québec puis Manitoba. Restez avec Taylor Eves.
Et les joueurs du match, the MVPs for this game, tels que sélectionnés as selected by Mr. Aaron Giesler of Football Canada. Premièrement, starting off with Manitoba. Let's welcome, to give the awards, Mr. Ryan Caruth of the University of York.
Ryan Caruth of the University of York here to present the Player of the Game awards to Manitoba and Quebec.
The defensive MVP for Manitoba.
First up, we have the Defensive Player of the Game for Manitoba.
Number 77, Cody Baranek.
Congratulations to Cody Baranek. 5.5 tackles in the game, 3 of them for a loss. He's going to have to stay and pose for his photo opportunity. Good job to Baranek.
For Manitoba, with 12 runs for 35 yards, number 32, Trevor Wright.
Wright ran for 32 hard yards. A very tough day at the office, but nonetheless, though, he gets rewarded for his hard work and dedication.
Yeah, Wright will take home the hardware for this game, although he doesn't look too satisfied. You see him nod, shake the head a little bit there. I'm sure he'd like for his team to have had a better showing today.
Team Quebec, s'il vous plaît, accueillez un ancien entraîneur de la CFL et gagnant de 6 Coupes Grey, Monsieur Adam Rita.
Adam Rita.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Rita is in the building, sporting the plaid shorts. Veritable CFL coaching legend. 6 Grey Cup championships with the Edmonton Eskimos. Am I right there, Mo?
BC, Toronto. He's won a few all over the place.
Avec 5 plaqués et 1 sac, with 5 tackles and 1 sack. Le numéro 90, number 90, Dylan Gauthier.
Dylan Gauthier wins the Defensive Player of the Week game for Quebec.
Dylan Gauthier winning that Defensive Player of the Game award. 5 tackles, 3 of them for a loss, and the 1 sack. And he gets to meet Adam Rita.
Et maintenant, pour le joueur offensif de la rencontre, et non pas de offensive MVP.
Stay tuned for the final images of the broadcast in terms of the highlights of this game.
For 100 yards, et 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. Le numéro 1, Antoine
François Leclerc wins the Offensive Player of the Match. Alors, le final maintenant, 31-0 pour Québec contre Manitoba. Dansereau a gagné le jour de match de l'offensif pour Québec. Et Québec va passer dans le 5e rond, le match 5e rond. Alors ici, c'est Taylor Eves avec Dansereau.
Taylor Eves au centre du terrain.
Let's give our 2 teams a big round of applause, Quebec White and Manitoba! Félicitations, vous étiez en feu aujourd'hui. Parle-moi de l'effort de ton équipe aujourd'hui.
Dans le fond, le plan de match qu'on avait en début de game, c'est d'exécuter. Puis je pense que c'est ce qu'on a fait à chaque jeu. Puis ça a donné un bon résultat.
Félicitations et bonne chance dimanche. Let's give them a big round of applause one last time, Quebec White and Manitoba! Here, Taylor Eves with Football Canada.
Merci, Taylor. Thank you very much, Taylor Eves. And that is it. Stay tuned for the highlight packages that we'll have here. And again, we will hand off the reins to our tag team partners, Francis and Max, as they'll take you in for the 4 o'clock and 7:30 games, as we'll have Team Ontario taking on Team Alberta, a 1 versus 4 matchup, and then a 2 versus 3 game when Quebec Blue takes on Team Saskatchewan. So on behalf of Bobby Michael and Mo Khan, we wish you a good afternoon. Final score, 31-0 for Team Quebec over Manitoba.
Good afternoon, Saint-Jean. Bon après-midi, Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu.
looking left, waiting, going over the middle, over the head, picked off. Away goes Quebec to the 25, 20. Flag on the play, hurling over to the 10, and tackled. Nope, keep it on his feet, still going to the 5, cutting through. Will he get to the end zone? And that is a great pick by Max. To his right. Pulling away, open, touchdown. Big 3rd and 15 coming up here, and Johnson will indeed give up the 2. So it is a very fast look now with the tight end formation coming up here on this sequence. Chapate going deep, looking, got a man open, Dawson Rowe, touchdown.
Touchdown will not count. Manitoba will try and kick this through.
Johnson from 28. The kick is up, blocked. Loose ball, it's a live ball. Johnson gets, Liam Grace gets to it first, and away he goes, and he'll be tackled, but it was a block in the backfield. McNeil's got 3 to the short side. Rolling to his left now, waiting, going deep. No one there but Max Lavalley. Intended, great job for number 13. Renault going into the end zone, to the corner. Dos Rose, the intended receiver. Great defensive play by Manitoba. Motion right now. Renault looking, facing pressure. Quick pass out to Dos Rose. He's got real estate to work with. Blockers as well. Great move by him. Dos Rose now to the 15, 10. Makes one cut to the 5. Diving in. No, he touchdown. Yes, it is. Game. Submission now, first time in shotgun. Dropping back for the first pass, looking, waiting, going, blocked, and great defensive play by Quebec once again. At the 50-yard line as he's awaiting for it from the 52-yard line. High snap. Salve. Way straight high kick.
What a kick.
Moving back now to the 36-yard line. Now here he goes to the 40. Getting up to the 45, makes one cut to the 50. Away he goes over midfield. 50, 45, 40. Can he get to the corner? 30. Makes one move, flag on the play, and he'll be tackled. However,